Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter what time of the day you're watching this. My name is Clarissa Young, and I'm your Fab Motivator. That's FAB. We help other women find acceptable balance when it comes to health, wellness, and spirituality. Like to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for liking, for commenting, for sharing this video, and joining me along my journey. On today, for one, it's Monday on today. And I'm focusing, I'm setting my goals, and I'm deciding, okay, Rissa, what is your focus for this week? How are you going to get your movement in? How are you going to eat healthy? My biggest focus right now, I'm pretty good with the fitness, is what I eat. And so I'll give you some tips on what I'm doing, and then in the comments you can share with me what's your focus for the week. All right, so one of the things that I'm doing is I noticed I switched my thinking in not so of a good way, right? I noticed I started focusing so much on what I cannot have. Don't eat the sweets, don't eat this, don't eat this, don't eat this, don't eat that, stop eating this. Like, I put so much focus in that, and I didn't used to do that as much. And y'all tell me, what happens when somebody tell you don't do something? It's like, oh my God, that things become so much you want to do. Like, you just curious, like you want to do it. And that's what your focus tends, like what you think about is what you tend to focus on. And so instead of keep drilling in myself, don't do, don't do, don't do, I'm focusing on what I do want to do. That's my change of thought. And so what is it that I want to do? I want to eat balanced. I want to make sure that I have a healthy amount, a balanced amount of, according to my body and my fitness, of my protein, of my fats, and of my carbs in each of my meals. And so that's my focus, looking at my meals and making sure they're balanced. One of the things that I'm doing is plugging my food into my fitness pal. Me and my son is doing that together, and some of the fabs inside of the support group are doing it together, to kind of help make sure that I'm not overeating and that I'm balanced eating as well. It's kind of like you have your check and you have a budget, and you need to know how much you can spend, and you don't just hopefully, just guess everything. Like, hopefully you have some things written down and you can see it. So that my fitness pal will help me to be able to see it. Now, I'm not going to stress myself, because we know how it gets. Sometimes you get to plugging your stuff into the app, and then it's like stress happens. And so my goal is 80%. Put in 80% of everything that you eat. Because I like to snack, and those snacks should be going in there too. But when you plug everything in there and you see how much you're eating, you tend to snack less, because you're like, I don't have that many more calories left. And so that's my goal, to plug at least 80% and to decrease the amount of snacking. But however, I'm focusing more on the things I can do. So the next thing I want to do is this one is hard, right? I had the gastric sleeve surgery back in 2012, and what do they tell us? They tell us do not eat and drink at the same time. And so sometimes I don't drink because I know I'm going to get full fast, and I'm like, you need to make sure you eat. But now I'm eating all these extra calories that maybe I could have saved if I would have drunk. And so my stomach is to the point to now it's completely healed. I can eat way more than I used to. I'm going back to my liquids. Other countries sometimes have soup and different things like that to kind of help fill them up before they eat their whole meal and so forth. So I'm going back to having my liquids, my little unsweetened juice, well, not unsweetened, my little artificially sweetened crystal lights and things like that. I do want to kick them all the way, but for right now, I'm just focusing on fill up on these 0-calorie type things. And then we'll worry about it afterwards. But of course, I try to use less of it. And so whereas, let's say they may tell you to put one packet in a 16 ounce of water, I typically may take one packet and put it into a 32 ounce of water. And then when that is low, halfway about, I fill it back with water. And so that's my way of not having too much of that artificially sweet. And I've been adding some lime or some lemon in it as well, and it's been good. All right, what else am I doing? Plugging my foods, drinking my waters. Oh, lastly, making sure that I have vegetables at every meal. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Vegetables at every meal. The vegetables have the fiber. The fiber is going to help to make you feel full. And so focusing on that as well. All right, and so I hope that this helped you. In the comments, drop it in the comments. Let me know, what are you going to do? What are you going to focus on this week? What are small steps? Sometimes we get so caught up in all the big stuff that we do need to do and we do need to work on, but when we keep it too big, sometimes we don't do anything. And I want you to do something. So what is it that you're going to work on this week? Drop it in the comments. Let us know. All right. Love you so much. Have a beautiful day. Listen, we're over on the app and things are getting revved and moving. Come on over and join us. Come to www.getfabfit.com. Right? Come on over, join up, sign up. And we're starting Bigo on Wednesday, which is going to help you to focus on your steps. It's going to help you to focus on eating balance. It's going to help you to focus on your mental interacting with others. It's going to help you with all of that in a fun game way, as well as we have prizes, right? So motivation for you. All right. I love you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.